Hey everybody, my name is April and this is Thrifty Nerdy Mom. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is 5 Harry Potter ornament DIYs, and some of them are back behind me on this tree. So you may be looking at the title and see that it says day 6 and day 7 and wonder why I combined the two. So when editing this video, I realized that this video is twice as long as my regular ones, so I just decided to kind of combine 2 days. Plus, you know, with mom life and Christmas and work and everything, combining 2 days kind of helped. Not gonna lie. But I am going to show you 5 ornaments that are on this tree. Well, decorations, one of them is not an ornament. But yes, stick around, see what I've made. I'm also going to have 5 more later this week that I will post, and then I'll also do a decorate with me for the Harry Potter tree. But for now, let me show you the first 5, and before we jump in, please like and subscribe, join our family. I will be having much more content come out for Vlogmas, but yeah, let's jump into the ornaments. So for our first Harry Potter Christmas decoration, we're going to make a house scarf garland out of felt squares. First, I'm going to measure out the bottom layer of the house scarves, which are just going to be like the thicker piece of scarves, and then I will measure out the pieces that will be used for stripes. After measuring, you are going to cut your felt square into 3 pieces. Now I am working on measuring out the stripes for the scarf. I measured out probably an inch for each stripe. Later on, I just kind of laid the ruler down and drew a line across the ruler. After measuring and cutting out the stripes, you're going to fold one piece in half and cut it, making 2 pieces. And this is all my pieces when I'm done. Now I'm going to glue the bottom portion of the scarf together onto another piece of felt. I just glue the 2 pieces together and then use a stripe to put over it to keep it more secure. And then flip it over and secure the little end pieces to the back of the scarf. Before gluing down the other stripes, I am going to lay out the stripes and kind of measure with my eye to see where exactly I want them laid down. I apply glue to all the stripes on the top before I flip it over to glue the back little tail ends to secure it just a little bit more. And I'm probably going to be asked this, but I know Gryffindor's colors are primarily red and then yellow, but my Walmart did not have red felt, like they only had one red felt square, so I just kind of had to go with the yellow and then the red. After finishing the Gryffindor scarf, I will move on to the Ravenclaw scarf, which colors are blue and gray. Then the Hufflepuff. By the way, I am a Hufflepuff, so shout out to all of the Puffs out there. And then on to Slytherin, which my fiance, my sister, and Emma are in the Slytherin house. It's a good time. Now to glue your scars onto each other. Here I am gluing a Gryffindor scarf onto a Slytherin scarf. You see here that I kind of glue it down wrongly. I wanted to glue it much like I glued the other pieces together. So I will just flip over the felt and glue it that way. Then after it's dry, I will add a little bit more glue onto where it connects and then just kind of push it down to make it look more even. And there is the house scarf garland with all 4 houses represented. These next few ornaments are fairly simple. I grabbed a pack of chalkboard tags from Dollar Tree. You can cut out circles out of black poster board, but I wasn't feeling cutting, so I just picked up the 6-pack, which is still very, very cheap, and I mean, you get 6 ornaments out of it. So here you are seeing me draw 2 circles, and this is going to be Harry Potter's glasses. Now you see me going over my pencil lines with a metallic bronze marker that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Any metallic markers would work, but I believe these came 4 to a pack at Dollar Tree, which is a great buy. But yeah, always pick up metallic markers. And I always suggest using pencil linings before you use markers on anything, just so you know that you are doing exactly what you want to do and you're not messing up. Pencils are erasable, markers not so much. Here I'm just using my pencil first to draw out the 9 3/4 number platform sign type thing, whatever you want to call it, but I'm drawing out 9 3/4. And when I'm done sketching with my pencil, I will again trace it or go over it with the bronze marker. I also did a Harry HP logo as an ornament. I did a I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good ornament. I did a Expecto Patronum ornament, which is actually sitting next to a little deer ornament on the tree, which I think is adorable. So this is some of the ornaments on the tree. I did put them up to take pictures of them, but I then took them down so I could redecorate the tree, and I will have a video of me decorating the tree later on. So now we are going to be making wands out of skewer sticks. So I just kind of measured out one skewer stick and then kind of perforated, I guess that's what the word is, I'm not sure, but I kind of cut lines into the skewer stick and then just bent them, and it broke off immediately. Now here I am going to be using quite a bit of hot glue for decorations on the wands. I would do different tips and different styles, and I will show you that in just a few seconds. So this method is just adding a little bit of glue and letting it roll down, and then adding a little bit more glue and letting it roll down. And then I just add some hot glue on the bottom to give it a little bit of texture. And in order to get it all glued and texturized, you're going to have to wait for the top to dry, and so you can hold the top while you are gluing the bottom. Here I'm doing a more simple wand. It's just a straightforward, just a little bit of texture on the wand type of thing. Make sure to be very, very careful when using your hot glue gun, because as you can see here, I almost burned myself a few times. Dollar Tree does sell little finger covers, but to be honest, I always falls off my fingers, or I just don't use them well. Here, after doing a simple texture wand, I am using hot glue to make a swirly pattern going all the way down the wand. Here I'm just showing you how I add a huge glob of hot glue at the end and just kind of twist it around and let it roll down to make its own kind of form, which is actually kind of like cool and relaxing to watch. Just once again, don't burn yourself. So now I've gotten all my wands hot glued, and I am going to begin painting them with a melted chocolate brown color that I picked up from Walmart. They're like 50 cents a bottle. So here I have a wand that I have fully painted brown, and I just want to add a little bit of embellishment to it. So I'm going to use a metallic marker that I picked up from Dollar Tree to just kind of color the swirls that are going around the wand. And then I guess after I kind of did the swirl, I realized that the inside of the wand needed a little bit more color as well. I'm a little fickle sometimes. On this wand, I am using kind of a dry brush method to apply some white paint on top of the brown. That way you can still see the brown underneath, but it is mostly white. And after applying white paint all over, I'm just using my fingers to kind of smudge that white paint to get some of it off and apply some in other areas. And don't mind me, I do watch random things on my tablet or on my Roku while I'm crafting. And this is the wand, well, one of the wands after it is completed, hanging on the tree. So next we are going to make some Harry Potter luggage. You're going to need Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree, foam sheets, and some super glue. Here we are working on the bigger trunk that will go on the bottom. We are going to glue 4 Jenga blocks together to make a rectangle, and we are going to make 3 of these rectangles. I do prefer to use super glue. I like the super glue gel the best, but it does dry a lot quicker. Now here we're just going to attach super glue, or we're going to use super glue to attach one rectangle to another. After a few times gluing, I did realize that my hot glue gun, because it is a high temp, did fairly well gluing that mixed in with the super glue. So now we are attaching the 3 rectangles together to make more of a trunk shape. Now we are going to work on the top smaller trunk, and we are just going to need 2 Jenga blocks on top of another 2 Jenga blocks, meaning 4 in total. I am now measuring out the foam sheet that I will use to wrap the trunk. Now I'm just cutting out that rectangle in the straightest line possible so that I will not have to do much trimming after I wrap the trunk. Now I am taking the sides that would not have anything covered and marking where I need like rectangles to cover those sides with foam. I'm gonna say, words are hard sometimes and you just can't get the right ones out. I realized that hot glue was a lot better to use with the foam sheets than the super glue, so I'm just using my hot glue. Make sure that you smooth down the hot glue to make sure there are no lumpy bits. Now you will just see me glue down and wrap the foam around what will be our trunk. Now I'm just doing the same to the smaller trunk piece. I always put the smaller rectangles on the sides and then attach the wrap that goes around the trunk. Of course, I didn't really like the orange color of the foam, so I am painting it brown. You can paint it whatever color you like, but I thought the brown was best for the Harry Potter trunks. Here you'll see me dab just a little bit of brown onto the foam sheet, and then on top of that I'll kind of mix white to get more of a, I don't know what color, a whitish brown color, a tan color I guess, instead of a dark brown color like the other trunk. Here you see me painting the foam sheet gold. I'll just paint a bit of it gold and then cut out gold strips to wrap around the bottom trunk to give it some gold embellishments. So now I am just attaching the embellishments onto each trunk with hot glue. After adding embellishments, I will place the trunks the way I want them. Just kind of eyeball it before gluing it down, and then I will glue the top trunk onto the bottom trunk. And here is the trunk hanging on the tree. I did add a couple little latch looking pieces onto the trunks as well. Now for my last ornament of the day, I am going to make a deathly howl symbol out of floral wire. I picked this one up from Amazon, but you can pick up floral wire from Dollar Tree. Most of the time it is colored, but I personally just wanted more of a silver. Here I am measuring out the triangle part of it, and I think I'm measuring 4 inches a piece, and then I bend it, and then I will measure out another 4 inches and then bend it until I attach it, making a triangle. I do secure the end by folding a little piece over the other piece and using a little hot glue as well. Now I'm just going to add a straight piece of wire to represent the Elder Wand. I will measure it according to the triangle and then cut a little bit past, because I want to make a little hook. That way it sits on the triangle. I do also use hot glue, like I did attaching the triangle, to secure the wires on top of each other. Now for this last part, the circle, I am using this other circle of floral wire to measure out or kind of form my circle that I need for the ornament. I just work the floral wire around until I get a circle. Again, I use hot glue to secure it, and then the hook from the straight piece also fits in the circle nicely. And that is the Deathly House symbol, and that is our 5 ornaments for the day. So that was it. That was the first 5 ornaments. I decided to do this tree for Emma for her 7th birthday. She's really digging Harry Potter, and yeah, I just thought it was a good time to do it. Her birthday is December 13th, and getting nervous, got a lot to do. We're just doing a at-home party, but I am going to fully decorate. But thank you so much for watching. Speaking of Emma, there she is. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again tomorrow.